My turn to do a presentation on how guests will book travel in an AI world. And I do talk with my hands, so if this goes flying, catch it, throw it back to me. I'm from an Italian background. The rise of zero click and what it means to you for visibility. I mean, we're now in a world where people just want to click or ask something and get an answer. Very, very important. How AI performs, platforms influence where your guests discover your brand. What the new path to purchase is, because it's completely different. As I said, I've been doing this for 20 years and it keeps changing. And what it looks like in an AI-first world. Why your website plays a critical role in your AI, very important. How to structure your content, PR and AI, the new marketing power couple, and what to include. A little bit about myself. I've been in travel now since the day I was born. Dad, I said earlier, passed away a couple of months ago. He was a pioneer in the travel industry in Brisbane. He started up hotels and all sorts of travel agencies. So travel's in my blood, and I've had about 30 years experience. Fastrack, we've been running for about 21 years. We operate in Brisbane, Sydney and Auckland. Some of our clients are in the room today. Scenic Hotel Group, been working with for 7 years. We work with all other ones, the short-term leading ones as well, Assure as well. Very important. If AI can't find you, no one can. Is very important. And what I'm going to go through today is how people are using ChatGPT. Now, what is AI? AI simply refers to computer systems or machines engineered to perform tasks typically that require human intelligence. These tasks include learning from experience, recognizing complex patterns, understanding human language, and making decisions with a high degree of autonomy. That's all AI is. But AI isn't replacing you, okay? It's replacing how guests find you. And this is moving at such an incredible pace that you need to start doing something now with your brand and your online visibility, because it's going to take over very, very quickly as well. And today's all about being visible, being recommended, and being booked. Because I reckon in 12 months' time, everyone's going to be finding you using an AI-powered platform. Question, how many of you use ChatGPT on a daily basis? Okay. How many use ChatGPT or are using ChatGPT to plan your next trip? Okay, probably a third of the room. How many of you who has started working on making their brand or their website more AI visible? Only a couple prospective clients for me. But no, it's important. And what I'm going to go through today, does anyone know what their AI visibility score is? Okay, you need to have that. Your digital agency must be providing how visible you are on AI. And it's something as simple as that. This is a report we give to all our clients that we're working on making them more AI visible. Okay, you must need this because this actually shows you what your monthly audience is, how many mentions you're getting, ChatGPT, whether you're being on ChatGPT, AI Overview, AI Mode or Gemini, and you start working with this. This is a very crucial report. And how much revenue you're getting. Does anyone know how much revenue they're getting from AI referral platforms? 1. Yeah, but your MyMar's different. Okay. Again, a lot of business for Fastrack Digital. I mean, this is important. This is not about Fastrack Digital, but this is starting to affect, and we're showing our clients, Scenic is one of them, how much revenue they're getting from AI visibility. And we're showing this, because this can all be very tracked, very important. I'll actually show you, so what happened in Australia recently is that there was a first AI-led purchase. Let's go to the videotape. Oops, wrong, yep.
And changing gears now, it is the tech that's helping us with nearly everything in our lives. And until now, AI has been able to assist people shopping online by comparing prices and narrowing down all your options.
But now things have gone to the next level, actually spending money on your behalf. The tool is making real purchases without the need of you having to click the checkout. My goodness, what is happening? Let's bring in Sunrise Tech editor Sean White. This isn't as bad as what it sounds, is it?
Look, okay, this is really the first time we've seen a test like this here in Australia using a sort of MasterCard's payment network. It's agentic AI, so really it's AI that doesn't just suggest things, it takes action and goes out there and does it for you. So teaming up with Matilda, which is kind of like ChatGPT but built here in Australia, AI went about looking for accommodation and cinema tickets. Now, rather than just stopping there, it actually compared them, listened to the instructions that it was given, and went as far as the payment and basically buying these things with a card. Now, why this is interesting, AI until this point has sort of had a hard stop at the payment section. It hasn't been able to go that far, but now it can basically do the whole lot. There is one little thing I'd add though. There is a little sort of tick of approval. You just give a Face ID to just go, yep, this is approved, and away you go. But I think it is really interesting because this is the direction.
It's here now. It's happening in Australia and it's happening in New Zealand now, that you can actually make a purchase, and it won't be long before you'll be able to actually book a hotel. So to me, you really need to start thinking about what you're doing with your brand, what you're doing with your website, what you're doing with your technology, because this is here now. And I mean, now what's happening, ChatGPT Lives are ad in America, where this is actually interesting. You mentioned agentic fees before. And what's happening now is that if you start doing ads on your ChatGPT, the agentic fees is about 4 to 5%. As compared to OTAs, which is 15 to 25%. And the other good thing about ChatGPT ads is that you own the client, not the OTA. So this is all game changing, guys. And as I said, I've been doing this for 20 years, and this is all game changing. This is coming. If not, it's already in America. In Australia, they did a purchase there for event tickets, and this is coming. And if your digital agency does not know how to do this, contact us, because we're all over this. This is very important, and it is coming. Now, you might say that only a short amount of bookings are coming from AI visibility, but I'll show you what the statistics in a moment. So again, it's the old thing. Who's going to win? Direct versus and ChatGPT versus OTAs. Who will win in the AI era? Look, OTAs have had AI now for quite some time, so it's going to be a very, very interesting game over the next couple of years. And the hotels or businesses who are taking advantage of this now will start winning. And the good thing is that small independent hotels can start winning over and above even the people that have got a lot of money, because you don't have to have a lot of money to be AI visible. And I'll show you through my presentation as well. So a little bit about AI. AI lists. It doesn't list you. So you know when you go to Google, it gives you a list, right? Basically, AI selects you. And the important thing is here that if you're not on the short list, you're invisible, okay? So the difference is here is that AI, you're going to AI or ChatGPT, and it expects it to go out and find the best trusted source for the solution, because you want what we call a zero click. So again, this is all changed. And this is where it's leveling the playing field, where you're an international brand or an independent brand. This is leveling the playing field, which is great. The old search before, we had a combination of SEO and ads, and the goal was to rank higher. With the new search, you have a combination of SEO and GEO, and basically the goal is to be selected to show up in AI. So it's completely differently changed. So basically the old journey was go to Google, go to the website, compare, and you booked. That's how we all did it now. We still do that now on OTAs. We basically go to the OTA or Google, we come up with a list, we select. With AI, the new journey is now we go to ChatGPT, it makes a recommendation, and you trust that recommendation. Who trusts recommendations from ChatGPT? We sort of are, and it's starting to improve every day the more we use it for day-to-day things, and this is changing in travel every day. And then we booked. And the key word here is the trust factor. What we need to start doing is making our brands trustworthy or appear to ChatGPT as a trusted source of when it recommends and selects. 85% of travellers will use AI to plan trips by the end of 2026. And this came out from Deloitte New Zealand AI Institute. 85% of travellers, this is where you can see I'm very passionate about it. You need to start doing something being AI discoverable now, because by the end of 2026, 85% will use ChatGPT to plan their trips. However, Deloitte is saying less than 10% of businesses in New Zealand are visible on AI. So it's a big, big opportunity here for you to really understand, learn, and start doing something about it now with that. And this is the digital divide with it. Adobe produced a report in January on the quarterly AI traffic report. And I won't go too much into it, but it shows that the share of actual referrals from AI to websites increased by 539% year on year. So you can see that it's one of the highest industries of where people are using AI or people are going to websites because of AI, is the travel industry. So people are researching it more and more and more. And if you look at basically the visit by travel, what people are using it for, 44% are using it for research, 41% for inspiration, 26% for budgeting, and 22% for packing assistance. I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out, but packing assistance. But these just came out in January, which actually shows the rise of AI. The other good thing is that if you can become visible on an AI-powered platform, it converts better than your normal website or being found on Google, okay? So it compares, it's a very, very big sort of conversion. So what it's saying is that if all of a sudden you do everything to make your brand and website more visible on AI, that it's actually more likely to convert than if you just pay for Meta or Google or EDMs. So do you see why this is so important? The other thing is that when people do come and convert from being seen on an AI-powered platform, they're actually more engaged as well. So what's happening, we're finding this on the clients that we're working with, is that the amount of traffic that we're generating, they're actually converting higher and they're more engaged as well. So this is really, really important traffic that you must be trying to generate to your brand via your website or in the digital space. However, Google still leads. Look, there's no doubt about it, Google still leads. Google still commands about 94% share of search in Australia and New Zealand, and nearly 90% global. So don't all of a sudden go to your digital agency and stop Google. It's still there. We're still going to use it every day. ChatGPT had 5.8 billion global visits in January, and Google had 85.8 billion. And Google still is the top-ranked website in the world. We're still going to use it. So again, it's finding that balance of doing one or the other. Which one should you do? You should start doing a little bits of things now to be AI discoverable as well. Now, I mentioned this in the marketing panel before, is please do not use AI to write any copy or even your website. What happened here is that this Tasmanian tour website sent visitors to Tasmanian websites that do not exist. So all of a sudden in Tassie, it's bloody cold, okay? And all of a sudden they wrote on their website that they used AI that it's actually got hot pools. Tassie does not have hot pools. Okay? So all of a sudden, it was getting this town or where this tourist attraction was getting all these people coming saying, where's the hot pools? We haven't got no hot pools. So please do not use AI to write your website. As Ginny said, as the marketing panel said before, you still need to have your own human interest in it. Because the other thing we're finding when we start doing SEO audits of some of our clients, we find that entire websites are actually written using AI. And guess what? Google, which is still very important, is going to penalise you. And everyone's looking at me saying, oh shit, I just wrote my whole website using AI. Do not do it. We are still human. It's very important. Okay, so we're just going to do a very, very quick AI, just to see how AI works. We all know it. So let's just go and see what the next one is. I want a luxury wilderness street in South Island. Please tell me any hidden gems. Can we just go to the live version of ChatGPT? And press hit. Let's see what happens. This is a neutral node. Let's see what happens. Okay. Can we just scroll down? Okay. Keep going down. Nelson region, tips for choosing. It's got a map there. One thing I really want to point out is this thing here. See the sources? Everyone ever looked at those on ChatGPT? If you want to start doing something about being found in AI, start clicking them because that's where ChatGPT is pulling information from. Okay, just keep scrolling for a sec to see what else is on there. No, nothing there. Okay, can you just click the sources for a sec? Thank you. And it should come up here that the retreat, Split Apple Retreat, topreviews.co.nz, Southland, Cityscape, Christchurch, the actual website. So the website's very optimized for AI. So tripadvisor.com.hk, aro.ha. So you can see here that the majority is from the website. But just do an example. If you want to start doing some AI discoverability, just start typing in your product as well, and you'll start seeing where the sources are. Thank you for that. But social is still king in a lot of the areas, okay? There are some demographics, in particular the Gen Z and millennials, use social media as their primary search engine, okay? I've still got staff that use, TikTok to plan their whole trip. So I'm not saying put all your investment into being AI discoverable. It's really understanding your market and where they're searching, what they're using is very important. Okay, so basically, and I won't go spend too much time with this, is what basically the difference is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a copy of my slides today. Is basically from traditional to AI-led. And you can see here Search 1 and Search 2, the differences between the two. So basically, Search 1 was YouTube, Google, and now Search 2 is YouTube, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity. Instagram is basically ChatGPT. It's AI-powered as well with that. So we talked a little bit about GEO and what does it mean. And look, it's a new frontier with it. And to me, as I said, travellers want a zero-click world, and AI answers about clicking as well. 65% of all websites are now starting to receive traffic from AI-powered tools as well. There's not too much difference between SEO and GEO. It's basically you still have to have a strategy. You still need to have user intent. You still need to have your structure of your content. The brand, very important, the brand authority and the performance tracking as well. So they're very similar, but different. And again, start working with a digital agency who knows how to do both with that. Is very, very important because they're similar. But the thing is that GEO cannot exist without a strong foundation, which is trust. And again, we're doing a lot of GEO audits. And what I'll do is after today, send you an email where you can actually get a free audit on how discoverable your brand or website is. And we're finding that the majority of people have got a really bad website. The UX and UX design clarity is bad. Mobile is really bad. Their websites are slow. Their direct booking capability is pretty bad against the trust index. Their content is bad and they're not discoverable. So to me, before you start being AI discoverable, you need to have these four or five things with that. Okay, so it's really going back to basics with this to be as well. Key benefits, basically, so you can see now that queries have lengthened from top luxury hotels in Auckland to find me the best luxury hotel in Auckland for a couple's weekend that is within walking distance to restaurants and has a spa. So things have changed. So again, this is a good opportunity to have a look at the messaging on your website because to me, looking at how your website is structured and what content is very important. I won't go through this too much, but this is how GE and SEO work together. The other thing is that, remember I said before, trust is important. ChatGPT wants to provide a reference to something trustworthy. And what we're telling our clients is to ensure that you're getting 4.5 stars on Google. Okay? Try and work towards that. Try and get a 4.5 star and above on Booking.com, TripAdvisor, and Trustpilot. Very important. Highlight elements like cleanliness, family-friendly food quality, etc. as well. Other ways to build trust with AI, getting mentioned on the best top 10 lists of reputable sites, submitting your websites to well-moderated directories, being mentioned in travel guides. This is your digital PR as well with that. Again, go out back to all your journalists. Tell them to write a story on you. Because again, if you appear in their digital version of their publication, it's a trust signal as well. So again, AI looks for trust signals. So it's very, very important with that. Okay, I've sort of run out of time. I know it's my conference, but again, this is a report that we give our clients on what people are searching for. So we did one for an order for MIPAD Queenstown Hotel, and you actually see what the prompt was and the IR response and whether your brand was mentioned. Again, if your digital agency is not providing you this, but this is what we work from. This is how we moderate and change content on your website and on your brand to make sure that you're actually being visible on there. This is how we know what content to change as well. Schema markup is important. Now, so where to start? Now, with a lot of our clients, we're actually saying just have one page, and it could be your home page or about page. Make that your AI discoverable page. And on that, I've actually got a structure. I'll give you a copy of this. That one page should have your hotel name, your address, your phone number, FAQs, what's nearby, any awards, what your room types are, what your offering is. Do you see how I'm talking is how someone may actually ask ChatGPT for the information? So you need to start having that all on one page. And we're starting to do this with some clients. People say, where do I start? Just have one page as your AI discoverable page and make sure you put all this information on there. So, and again, work with an agency who understands AI. This is very, very important. So I won't go in that, but look, AI isn't replacing you. It's replacing how guests find you. So please be visible, be booked, and be recommended. And as I said, happy to give everyone in this room a free AI readiness audit to see if your brand appears in AI results and how to fix it as well. So that's my bit on AI and what you need to be doing. But I think it's a big opportunity here for small independent hotels and big brands, because I can tell you now, 85% of people start using AI to book and plan their trips. So thank you very much.